to me, 'cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission, 'cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Pay attention, I'm on a mission, man with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen, ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Our family started RVing a few years ago, and when I think about all those campfires and fishing trips and sporting events, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime. I want to help others do the same thing. Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, General Manager at the all-new Click It RV in Milton Freewater. People in this community are very familiar with this location and the great service they've always received. So the biggest question we get is, where is Keith? The great news is, Keith is still here.
I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Through all the changes that we have seen, one thing that has not changed for us is the quality of our service.
Buying an RV is a big purchase, but it should be a fun and happy experience. So whether it be in sales or service or parts, our mission is simple: be the best. From our team here at Click It RV in Milton Freewater, we invite you to come down and experience the difference.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to iRacing on LSRTV. Sunday night, the World of Thunder eSports League Truck Series, Round 5, Darlington Raceway. Just drove by this place, of course, going up and down 95 for my announcing NASCAR on Flow Racing duties at Florence Motor Speedway over the weekend. And this place will be booming in a few weeks for Throwback NASCAR weekend. But we are here today at Darlington Raceway tonight. Round number 5. I think this is the second points race of the season. I'm Wesley Outland. Justin Prince will be joining us along the way very soon. He's got some other iRacing broadcast obligations to handle. And Charles Wooten is in the house, as always, pushing the buttons to make this broadcast be as successful as it is. Hey, I want to remind you, we welcome you to our coverage. And this race broadcast is supporting, for the World of Thunder tonight, veterans, family, community. We support #22 mission. Okay? So, today, 20 veterans will be lost, sadly, to suicide. In fact, every day, 20 veterans are lost to suicide in the United States. That makes the war at home more dangerous than all of our combat missions around the world. Mission 22's initiative is to provide programs for veterans, spouses, ex-spouses, and children of veterans, provide community and education for veterans and civilians, and build national monuments to help those lost the war, help to honor those that were lost to war back home. Creates awareness through events and, of course, social sharing, and that's one of the reasons why we are doing what we're doing. And again, we thank you. Do what you can to make your part. There is an opportunity there. I think we're going to post the GoFundMe link in the broadcast description. Oh, okay. Sorry. Never mind. GoFundMe is for another thing. So But anyhow, yeah, thank you again to Mission 22. And again, we're excited to be a part of joining their efforts and their fight to stop veteran and suicides for veterans, for sure. And I say this sincerely from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all for your service. Sometimes in the world we live in today, they're not appreciated or they're not told enough how much we appreciate what they've done. But certainly we do say thank you for what you've done to keep us safe and continuing to keep us safe. And for those that are veterans, they've done their job for sure. Hey, we're ready to go here at Darlington. So I'm not going to lie to you. Car count is not what I expected it would be for Darlington Raceway. I figured Darlington Raceway would have a pretty good amount of cars here, and I think right now we're only up to 7 or 8 cars. So hopefully the car counts will pick up before we get into qualify. They've not officially qualified yet. I believe this is an open setup where anybody could come in. They're invited. If I remember correctly, if I'm right, Charles, isn't this round 2 of the points for the season 2? The first 3 races were non-points events at Daytona, Kentucky, and Kansas. The first points race was last Sunday at Charlotte. However, we were not able to broadcast that race. We're ready to go here tonight at Darlington, Pocono next week, Las Vegas, Talladega, Bristol on dirt for Memorial Day weekend. That'll be fun. Nonetheless, we're ready to grid them here after we do qualifying. So we'll get these guys on the racetrack. By the way, I'm being told that colleague Justin Prince probably about 10 minutes out. About 10 minutes out, we'll have him join us here in the broadcast booth as soon as he finishes with his other working endeavors, which is all good. I knew he had some other stuff going on today. So I've had a busy day myself. I've had a busy week. I'm not going to lie to you. I was telling our producer, whenever we're signing in, preparing for race coverage, I was like, man, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm exhausted. Like, my body just feels so tired. It's just been draining and going and going and going and working. So I ain't going to lie. I'm looking forward to this race. I'm going to go to sleep and crash for at least probably a good what I'm hoping for. So, all right, Brandon McNeil, Exalta, truck number 39 on the speedway. There's Jared Mogard, the Tennessee native. Chevrolet 00. Jared Mogard, super great guy. This guy I remember back in my R Factor announcing days. And if a lot of people did not know, Jared is a paraplegic, meaning he's in a wheelchair. Super great guy. But as long as I've ever known him, talked to him, worked with him, we've done race broadcasts together. Maybe people didn't know that, but he actually is confined to a wheelchair. And I always told him this. It absolutely blows me away what Mogard is able to do, even in the world of iRacing, for sure. Here comes now Josh Fuller, D1RT, probably one of the best dirt sanctioning groups of iRacing he runs for. Josh Fuller in the number 12. Hey, by the way, there's another exciting Tuesday night program, Dirt Steps, coming. And, no, I'm sorry, it's the Wednesday night series. It's Wednesday night, actually. Wednesday night before the Northwest Racing Series. I think that's, it's the kind of like the NASCAR, the eNASCAR Road to Pro qualifying for the pavement deal for trucks, except it's dirt super late models. And colleague Alex Robinson and myself will bring that to you, along with Drew Hopkins, Charles Wooten, everybody involved with the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League and Robbins Promotions. Round 2 will be coming up on Wednesday night. Make your plans to join us. Where are we going to be at, Charles? What track? He said, I don't know. Leave me alone, Wesley. I don't know. Oh. Gotta love him, right? Gotta love him. The guy that steers the ship. Oh, let's see here. I don't steer it. I just let whatever control it. Let's see here. My apologies. Round number 2 will be tomorrow night at, I'm sorry, round number 2 will be Wednesday night, May 9th. No, I'm sorry. Hang on a minute. Did they start a week earlier than expected? Are we running Lincoln again? Are we running Lincoln again on May 2nd? Well, anyhow, we ran Lincoln this past week. That was scheduled for May 2nd, but I think we're scheduled to go to Volusia. I think whoever put the schedule together is a week behind, actually, on the dates. But anyhow, it's like a 6-week series, and then they turn around and they go to the real world of the real world of Outlaws E-Series deal. Hey, car counts have picked up. We're up to 10 now. That's a good thing. Stephen McMillian, one of the people behind Wotel, the World of Thunder eSports League, on track. And again, big thanks to hashtag Mission 22. Stephen McMillian, he resides in Arkansas. Another one of those guys that normally keep Pete's on dirt regularly. And the 96 machine, Toyota, working here, slamming off the wall, getting himself a Darlington stripe. Shrugs it off of the back straightaway. 74 laps the distance when they go racing here tonight. Another Darlington stripe off the wall for McMillian. And I got to think, too many slaps off the wall will actually take his qualifying time away, won't it? I think they just done that. That's why he parked it. Here comes 34. Bill Miller on track. Bill Miller is the gentleman that's putting on the World of Thunder Truck Series. Chevrolet number 34 working around his way around Darlington Raceway here. All this happening as we speak. Qualifying about to come to an end in about another 3 minutes. Bill Miller, oh, he just cracked the top 5 on his first qualifying lap. 30:26 right now. Nick Holzlander, 29:85. That's the pole speed to beat, along with Jared Mogard, 29:79. Miller, perfect, coming to the line. He might make a run for it. Climbed to third, up 2 spots. And then gives himself a Darlington stripe, 29:88. Stephen McMillian, I believe, got in the wall again, and he just says the heck with it. I don't have his other time disallowed. Darlington Raceway, real track. The track too tough to tame. The NASCAR throwback Goodyear 400 weekend at Darlington. That'll be coming up in a few weeks. I think it'll be hard-pressed to say that I can also plug the lady in black and blue. Is that what you said, Charles? The lady in black. The nickname's the lady in black. Too tough to tame. Yeah. Hey, by the way, NASCAR Cup Series race was rained out today because of the weather at Dover Motor Speedway. That has been rescheduled to 12 noon tomorrow afternoon. Hey, tomorrow night, Northwest Racing Series trucks presented by Click It RV. They're going to be at Knoxville. Am I right, Charles? Knoxville Raceway, right? Dirt. I was going to say, I know that it's Knoxville, you smarty pants. I was just going to say, have you heard the format yet? But I guess that's a no, right? No, he doesn't know. Anyhow, we're going to Knoxville on the dirt tomorrow night for sure. So that should be fun, right? Gotta love it on the dirt. We are. Where have you been? I already said that. Oh, thank you, everybody. Hit that like and share. Hit that at LSRTV feed. And hit that like and share it. Promote it. Thank you. I think we only got get a whole bunch more people watching, tuning in. You can check it out on YouTube. I don't think we're on Facebook today, are we? Yeah, I don't think we're on the YouTube feed today. So I'll be joined by Justin very soon. Justin Prince will be chiming in with us. So, yeah. Up to 10 cars. We had 7. I had 3 more. We'll take it. Not going to lie to you. Right? I will take it. Yeah. May 1st. Can you believe, Charles, May 1st is tomorrow? May 1st is tomorrow. Wow. All right. Got ready to get these trucks gridded. I'll be joined by Justin Prince momentarily. And we're set to go for the Mission 2274 here at Darlington. Let's give you the starting lineup. On the pole, Nick Holzlander in the 99. Look at that beautiful looking machine there. To the outside, Jared Mogard from Tennessee. Always watch the 00. Row 2, Bill Miller, the man behind what is the World of Thunder. The World of Thunder eSports League Truck Series. He'll start third, the 34. To the outside, Josh Fuller in the number 12. Row 3, Brandon C. McNeil, truck number 38. We'll start about mid-pack in 5th. To the outside of him, Reed Sanders, truck number 4. Row 4, we'll find Donnie Batiste in the 67 machine. To the outside of him, one of the guys that work on track prep at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Super great guy, the number 7 from Concord, Matthew Logan. In your final row of 10 drivers, one of the good people that are behind what was the World of Thunder back in the dirt days, and now turning it into the Pavement League. From Arkansas, Stephen McMillian. To his outside, and I don't know if he's going to start or not. It says he's a scratch on time, but scoring the 27, Kai Shapper. There's your lineup. Real quickly, let's take a look at the Kaufman Creative weather conditions as we get ready to go racing here at Darlington. 75 degrees, air temp, wind speed 15 miles per hour, overcast, going to be cloudy and gloomy. What's that going to be like for these trucks tonight? That's something different, by the way. Overcast conditions. And then track temp at 84. So it's really not much. Overcast again. Field is pacing. And weather forecast brought to you by Kaufman Creative. There goes the drivers down the back straightaway. 74 laps the distance for these drivers here this evening. Race number 2 of points as they ran at Charlotte last Sunday. We're unable to bring it to you. We're ready to be back, and we're set to get this started. The field works their way off turn 4. The egg-shaped Darlington Raceway over a mile in the Geico restart zone for the initial start. They come up to the gearboxes, green flag in the air, and you have a virtual race here at Darlington. Holzlander, Mogard, send them deep into 2. Working off the back straightaway. Boy, Mogard got pushed out of line there for just a moment. Holzlander will take advantage as the Ford and Chevrolet battle goes on into turn number 3. You got to drive up to the wall here at Darlington, but you don't want to smack the wall. Don't want to get one of those famous Darlington stripes, if you will, in the early going. Meanwhile, we are in the early going. Opening laps of this deal. There's the 34 of Miller. He has moved, started this race 3rd. He's got Fuller on his inside, the white 12. Coming up fast is Sanders in the 4. And all the while, Holzlander will lead him again into turn number 2 on the opening couple of laps of this race. LSRTV, iRacing on LSRTV, Sunday night. Glad you're here. Wesley Outland, Justin Prince will be here momentarily. Charles Wooten working on the broadcast. And down the back stretch we go. Well, actually, they're working off turn 4. It's Miller there. There's that 3rd place battle, along with Fuller, as we just mentioned. All of this going on now as they work on the corner out of turn number 2. Down the Boeing back straightaway. The Boeing back stretch into turn number 3. See them climbing the wall here in Darlington. That's the best thing to do, man. You go to the bottom of the racetrack, and you'll not get the speed needed to power away from your competition. But you got to drive it high. You got to take it up to the wall. You got to be brave enough to do that. Right now, lap number 4, 74 on lap 5 in this race. Right now, Holzlander still the leader. Mogard in 2nd, Miller 3rd. Logan has climbed the top 5. There's Fuller and Logan. There's a nice view of the shot of the track from the grandstands in turn number 1 and 2. On the back straightaway, the Boeing back stretch again. Holzlander still the man out in front, the 99 machine. Mogard, and we got one up in the wall. Sparks, Smoke, Fuller, 12 off the pace. That allows now Logan to clear him to go to 4th. You saw what happened to the 12 of Josh Fuller. Man, he smacked the wall and just lost that momentum for just a brief moment. But in doing so, that allowed so many trucks in the back to just run him down. And of course, the number 7 Schuler Systems entry, that's now driven by Logan. Right now, the driver again currently in the number 4 position. Matthew Logan, Josh Fuller, top 5. Still the top 3 the same with Holzlander, Mogard, and Miller. Lap 8 of 74. Got a lot of cool things planned here this week. Make sure you strap in. Just kicks off tonight with the World of Thunder eSports League Pavement Truck Series here in Darlington. Tomorrow night, we're on the dirt with the trucks of the World of the Northwest Racing Series at Knoxville. Tuesday, I believe there's a race scheduled. I think that was I believe. Well, I know Wednesday we've got double header action, and Thursday, and that is the next round of the Robinson Racing's Alex Robinson Racing Promotions, along with the Kentucky Dirt iRacing League event. That's going to be at Volusia tentatively after running Lincoln last week. Blake Majulis, money bags out of Asheville, New York, picking up the win. And then the following that, we'll go believe we're going to Dover with actually the Xfinity cars. All that coming up this upcoming week. Put it in your calendar. Check it out. I don't think the eNASCAR Road to Pro is this week either. I think they're off. I think they come back next week, if I remember correctly. Lap 11 of 74. 10 laps into it, guys. Right now, Nick Holzlander is the man leading the way. There is Fuller, Logan, Sanders. All those trucks right there, single file with one another as they work into turn number 3. Climbing the banking. Holzlander hitting those marks and doing well. Nick Holzlander out in front, Jared Bogard in second. Bill Miller third. Matthew Logan, Josh Fuller, top 5. Along with Reed Sanders, Brandon McNeil, Donnie Batiste, and Stephen McMillian, who's already 2 laps down. Kai Shappert did not start this race. So only 9 trucks took the green. Whoa, we got trucks almost slamming the wall. Fuller about tagged the Darlington stripe off of turn number 2. Good save by Sanders, and McNeil like the safer barrier down the Boeing back straightaway also. They keep it straight and narrow. When we stay green, they're coming to 60 to go at the line. Understanding Justin Prince will be with us in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes away, we'll be joined with Justin Prince. As right now, another Darlington stripe assembled to the Fuller truck and Sanders machine behind Logan. Holzlander, Mogard, and Miller in their own world. By the way, Mogard, if we want to come up to the leaders, there you go. On the back straightaway they are, going to 3. The Outlaw eSports 99 entry of Holzlander, his Ford leading the way. Mogard of the 00 Chevrolet sitting in second. They're pulling away from everybody else is what I meant to say. Miller, Bill Miller, all the way in third. There he is. The interval is 4 seconds. 4 seconds to that battle between Holzlander and Mogard. There's Miller in third, right there by himself. 2 seconds behind Miller is then Logan. And then we saw what's been happening between Sanders, Fuller, and McNeil. Donnie Batiste in his own world, about 15 seconds back to the leader, 3 seconds back behind those trucks. Stephen McMillian. There's the driver currently in the 9th position, his number 96 Toyota. Does that say the Tasca Special? I think it says on the back. The Tasca Special on the tailgate of the truck there. And, oh, there was a leader. Battle for the lead now is Mogard running down Holzlander. Jared Mogard to the lead, lap 18 coming up, 17 in. And here you got Holzlander trying to reel him back in. Trying to get back after it. Climbing the racetrack into turn number 2 to the back straightaway. 19 of 74. So far, about to be 1/4 of the way through, 3/4 of the distance here in the 75 lap race. 20 laps on the board of this 74 lap feature. And all the while, Jared Mogard. Now the man that's up in front. Here comes now McMillian. And Stephen McMillian acknowledges the faster trucks and gets out of the way, then climbs the top of the banking. Lets them have it. Jared Bogard, again, still the leader. Nick Holzlander in second. By the way, again, this race, is again presented by the We Support Mission 22. So thank you again to Mission 22. Appreciate them. Again, they provide programs for veterans, spouses, ex-spouses, and children of veterans, providing also community and education for veterans and civilians, builds national monuments to honor those lost to the war at home, and most of all creates awareness through events and social sharing like this virtual event with the World of Thunder eSports League Truck Series with iRacing on LSRTV. Hashtag Mission 22. And for all of our fallen military, we will pause for a moment of silence on lap 22. If you'd like to do your part to help the cause and supporting veterans, their family, and community, go again to hashtag Mission 22 to find more details on social media. And I'm also joined in now as we're approaching 50 laps to go with my friend of the North, Justin Prince. Justin, not many trucks. We had a great battle for the lead, though, between Mogard and Holzlander. However, still a long way to go here at Darlington at the Lady in Black, buddy. Good evening to you.
Good evening to you as well. And it's been intriguing to keep an eye on this in the corner of my eye as the night goes on. The toughest thing I've noticed is the Darlington stripe. That's such a pivotal and cliche part of this track, yes. But if you look at Holzlander's right front fender, Wesley, that's where Holzlander has lost himself more than a second and a half nearly in the past 5 laps. And when you add damage like Holzlander currently has to that truck, it puts you down on straight line speed and affects your handling. That's the major mark on why Mogard has just all of a sudden boosted 3/10 of a lap quicker. It's all because that right front fender crushed it.
Mogard again, and you got to see what Holzlander's got to do to just shake it off and get back at it again. Miller doing really good, except he's just comfortably in that 3rd spot. But I got to think if we don't have any cautions, Justin Prince, we're going to see the money stop be on a green flag pit stop, won't we?
I think so, because 74 laps, you have to do a 1 stop to make sure fully you can get to the end on gas. Speaking of which, there it is. 50% fuel limit right, so make that 2 stops. There we go.
Yeah, 50% fuel. I'm sorry. I was thinking roughly if they did go on 100% tank, between 55 to 60 laps, Justin, is what I was thinking. But now, since it's 50% fuel capacity, this is not the money stop. This is pit stop number 1 under green flag. And if we don't get a yellow flag, this is just going to scramble everybody through around the track.
And this, I think, is the floodgates for the rest of the field. Holzlander's coming at the other end. We've had a blown motor too. Donnie Batiste has blown the 67 truck up from 7th position. So luckily the faster pair is there. Holzlander seems to be struggling. I think Holzlander might be out of gas, Wesley. He is out of power.
Luckily, the Mission 22 machine is on pit road. Now, can you run out of fuel trying to go to pit road, Charles? It doesn't automatically start carrying you to the pits?
It doesn't carry you to the pits. No, that's not how any of this works. No. If anything, this just cost Hoselander the lead lap. He can't get in the box.
He's not in his box yet. He's trying to get there. Boy, he's literally at a snail's pace. He don't even have any power to the engine. Trying to climb to pit stall 1. That's where he would go to because he's on the pole. Can he make it? That's the question. Oh my goodness, it seems like it's taken forever. Can he get there? Can he get there, Justin?
No. I can see he's putting in the effort. It will take even longer on the toe compared to if he can roll it.
He's like the little engine that could.
He's got to make it 5 pit stalls here. I don't think he's got it. No, he's out of gas. He can't get there. Unbelievable. This just handed Mogart the win.
He's 1 stall, 2 stalls, 3 stalls. Look, here's the deal. If he makes it to his pit stall, that's an attaboy. But the bad thing is he's literally just given up the lead, and he's gone several laps down under green flag because of it. He's at least going to make it to his... He's almost there. I see the pit board, Justin. Bottom left of the screen. Come on, get there. Everybody, you're behind him. You're with him. Get there, make it.
Wow. I think the elevation of the racetrack might have just saved him because it's technically downhill, I think. I don't think he's going to be as happy. He just lost 2 or 3 laps, but he's in the box.
We are not going to check in with him on pit road.
Yeah, he's dead last. That is a gut punch as a driver. When you are that close in your calculation where you just need about another 1/10 of a gallon of fuel to make it into your box, guess what? That was about maybe a 1/10 of a gallon to roll down the pit lane.
That's a hard break there for him. Wow. And all the while, Mogart goes to the lead. Miller in second. Sanders now third. How about this, Justin? There's only now 3 trucks on the track that are on the lead lap. Everyone else a lap down or more.
Well, again, the mistake from Hoselander is Jared Mogart's fortune. He was already growing the gap because the contact to the wall for Hoselander before the pit stops. Now, Mogart has to have 2 things go his way. 1, the race needs to stay green. 2, he needs to not hit the wall. If he keeps up the tempo, Mogart's in a great spot where he can just control the tempo of the race. He has already got a 13-second cushion over Bill Miller, who has damage and didn't take the fast repair. So he can dictate his own tempo of this race, albeit he has to try and make sure he's not the reason for trouble.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right on that, bud, for sure. We're watching it now. All of this transpiring here in this crazy sequence of caution, no cautions yet. Green flag pit stops is what I was trying to say. Another lap across the line, 35 of 74. Go ahead, Charles. I mean, go ahead, Justin. Sorry.
Yeah, I was. Oh, and I was about to say, on the bright side of the fast repair, Batiste has gotten the fast repair at least. Downside, Nick Hoselander has parked it for the night. He is no longer in the race.
Could you blame him?
No.
Heartbreak for him, for sure.
I mean, it was going to be a tough situation 3 laps down, but still. I mean, if you're in the top 3, you're probably thinking, I better not have an issue either, because Reed Sanders is amongst those who, so the races to start off the history of the pavement side for Woodtown competition, Sanders did well on the super speedway side. On the 1.5 mile side, that was left to be desired a little bit. Tonight, though, he's improved himself, I think, to me. He's not on the pace, I will admit. He's 3/4 a 1/10 to 3/10 off. But he's done very well, but he's not so much in the school sim racing car.
There's that machine. right there, that Donnie Batiste machine. Now, here's the deal. Donnie Batiste had problems earlier in the race, and then all of a sudden, bam, put him right back in the show again. He's on 1 lap down. Right now, 3 trucks on the lead lap. McNeil, Batiste 1 lap down. Logan Fuller are 2. Holzlander is out. McMillian, I believe, is 5 laps down. I believe he's still on track, but he is on track, but several laps down in the race.
You know, we'll say in terms of Donnie Batiste, he's a dirt racer. Normally, McMillian runs a lot of events, let's put it that way, as well in that regard. So, again, this is where some of the dirt experience comes in. But, again, it's not a surprise to see School of Sim Racing on the racetrack on the pavement side, as Batiste drives it straight to the fence. This is a team that does branch out on the oval side. In fact, some of their top organizers on that side for School of Sim Racing over the years have participated a lot on the fixed races on the iRacing platform.
Mogard, the leader, 40 laps into the 74-lap event. There you see him right there. Strong machine. And obviously, Justin, he won it, what, Kansas the other week ago, I think it was, or Kentucky? He's carrying the momentum for the World of Thunder Esports League, and he has made about that he's going to make a run for the championship. And he's doing it in fine fashion again here tonight.
Keep in mind, Holzlander setting the last blow at Charlotte. Bogart, in turn, able to respond back with a blow of his own in terms of the win column, potentially here tonight, with how things have broken down here this evening. But again, you never know what's going to happen, first of all. It's never a given that it's a fully committed win, because all it takes is one caution, and it throws Bill Miller potentially into the conversation, because the reason I say Bill Miller, he's also amongst those who is with the team that can perform when he performs. For example, with Shot Guy, which is a team that races a lot into platform, trying to develop their own setups, etc. So all it takes is one caution, and that changes the whole complexion of the race, and allows or opens the door for someone to take advantage of the situation. The reason I keep saying Bill Miller so much, he's matching the lap times for this 0-0. The downside is he's 13 seconds back. If it wasn't for the fact he's 13 seconds back and running this pace right now, right by Mogart, we're talking about a battle for the lead. And he's doing this with damage. What would he be driving like without the damage to the right rear and the right front?
Can suffice to say, we just say that they need a caution. Miller, even though he's second, he wants a caution. He doesn't want to be the caution, but he wants a caution. They want a caution.
Put it simply, that's the best way for him to close up right now, and as well, take a fast repair to fix up that right rear quarter panel. It will make sure he has no issues in that regard. So he just needs that luck to go his way. Here's the tough part. There are 7 trucks, I should say, left on the racetrack. Fuller's just blown out, for example. That's hard to do at Darlington, to wreck out of 7 drivers unless someone really spins it out off the corner and back up the racetrack after hitting the inside wall. Yeah.
He is Justin Prince. I am Wesley Outland. Charles Wooten is working on our broadcast production. Good Sunday evening to you. This is iRacing on LSRTV. Round number 5. Round number 2 of points is for the season for the World of Thunder Esports League Pavement Truck Series. And today is the We Support Mission 2274.
Yep. And it's great to see Mission
just in. I've been informed also, Justin, that not only were they a part of this race, they're the title sponsor now for the World of Thunder Esports League Truck Series, bud. That's awesome.
Yep. Announced on April the 20th, was about to touch upon it. Great to see them step up their support for this respective series. Although, Donnie Batiste back into the wall. But was about to say, it is very well represented that organization. It's an organization that many iRacers also represented their own machines, not just in this series, but across the platform. Because again, keep in mind, what they focus on is something everyone should focus on in terms of making sure the resources are there for veterans and civilians, making sure that there's awareness through on the issues, etc.
Closing in, believe it or not, on that final 25 laps to go here for this race. Hey, I'll tell you, we haven't done it. Let's go side by side. You ain't gonna miss anything at all. We'll step away. Justin and I will get you set for the final 25 laps of this race. Right now, Jared Mogart, the leader. And again, we go side by side. You're not going to miss nothing, thanks to great sponsors like Click It RV, Mission 22, and more. The finish from Darlington next.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
At Click It RV, we know there's a lot of heritage and history at this location. RV sales and service has been part of this community for decades. We knew there was an incredible opportunity here, but to see where we've come in just a year is incredible. None of it would be possible without the patronage and support from this community. So whether it be a more convenient and accessible service drive, a fully stocked parts department, or this amazing sales facility, what drives this team daily is making sure our customers leave here with the best possible experience.
All right, we're closing in on the 20 remaining of this race here in Darlington. Justin Prince, I'm Wesley Outland. Thanks again to all of our sponsors. By the way, tomorrow night, hey Justin, tomorrow night, Knoxville for the trucks for the Northwest Racing Series. That's going to be fun, ain't it?
Yeah, that's going to get intriguing to say the very least when it comes to Northwest competition. I think it's going to test a lot of drivers' abilities, to put it lightly.
Not gonna lie to you, I'm looking forward to the trucks tomorrow night from Knoxville. Make sure you make your plans to join us. Mogard ready to come in. Money stop time, I believe. 20 to go. He's in, Justin.
And it's right on the mark you mentioned. 55 laps to start up the window in a full tank. We are 50% fuel. It's 55 laps for the second pit stop, so the math works.
He is big. Is your Canadian team, Justin, doing good in the Stanley Cup playoffs, you think?
I'm actually a Red Wings fan.
Oh, I stayed corrected. I'm sorry. Yeah, they had a bad year this year, didn't they?
I mean, they did really well a few years ago in the last decade or a couple of decades ago.
Yeah, not anymore. They're in a rebuilding year, and it's still rebuilding.
Around pick 9 is where they're looking at, by the way. The Red Wings truck is back on the track. Bill Miller electing to finish up his pit stop after a lap overcut. Looking like this is going pretty standard in terms of this pit window right now, with Donnie Batiste looking to close it, along with Matthew Logan. Well, Brad McNeil, meanwhile, he also needs to pit. He needs a caution right now to be on the lead lap.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to get one. Sorry, I don't think it's going to happen. Jared Bogard has got these people just figured out.
I'm not surprised again against Mogard, because I've raced against him over the years a lot. He's a very solid driver when you put him in a good solid truck like he is in this series right now, and how he's been running. It's not a surprise from Jared Mogard, because usually in these types of race leagues, he thrives, and thrives up the front. In fact, he's just lapped Reed Sanders after the pit cycle.
$15 to go. Jared Mogard, sponsored by me. I always wanted to do that. This represents you. This cougar is you and all you've gone through and everything you've dealt with. Do what, Charles? Oh, no. Not even close. It was a what?
You know,
14 to go.
I was about to mention, the interesting thing when it comes to the track paint scheme, originally he said he was going to be temporary, Mogard did. He's been running with those paint schemes, like, in that sort of theme, not in the Dale Sr. theme, but I mean in terms of the textual theme on the back bumper and that for about 3-4 years now. So, it is up Mogard's alley to also have the me on his hood. I've seen more aggression on the back bumper in the past, I will say.
Coming to the finish, 13 to go. It is now Jared Mogard again, still the leader. Bill Miller in second, Reed Sanders in third. Next week, Justin, we're going to Pocono. Definitely a totally different racetrack than this place.
I still think in terms of the skills so far we've seen, we might throw Mogard up there. Might throw Holzleiner up there. Hearing some woes there as there is another car. Their truck around is the 7, Matthew Logan from 5th. On his own, but no caution.
Matt Logan coming into the pits. How does that not draw a caution? I'm just, because it by himself? What's going on here? Why no yellow flag, Justin?
There's no one else around him. Simple as that. No one else to trigger the caution off of. And because he's on the apron at that point when he's on the gas, he's too low for him to trigger the caution with the speed differential. So no caution for 2 different reasons. No one around. No one around when he is on the apron, when he's still on the racing surface. Either way, out of the race likely.
10 to go. 64 laps of the board, 10 remaining, and Jared Bogard says no caution, please. Everyone else might want one, Justin Prince, but not JM.
This is almost like an 8:45 AMC Open race where you end up having 11 drivers. You end up having that one guy, may have been me a few dozen times, who decides to lap the field. And, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that's what Mogard's intentions were tonight. Mogard's still going to get the win. But that's the way it kind of is going. Unless, you know, you have something swing the other way.
Eight laps to go. Mogard, Miller, Sanders, McNeil, Batiste, your top 5. 2 trucks, by the way, on the lead lap. That is it. Mogard and Miller. And that is going to be their final couple of laps. We're in single digits now, Justin. And Bill Miller is 21 seconds back. Reed Sanders now just got back on the lead lap, but he's 35 seconds back. These guys wanting a yellow flag. I don't know if they're going to get it, though. 7 to go at the line.
Once again, I'm going to say this. Bill Miller, the main issue on this track I'm noticing just looking at the times compared to Jared Mogard, throughout this race, than just the fire off after pit stops. It's taken him 4 or 5 laps for him to get comfortable. And in those 4 or 5 laps, Mogart picks up a few seconds. He also picks up a lot of time on the entry and exits on the pit lane. After all, that's where one of the most beneficial spots to gain time is where you get cone to cone. Or to a cone, I should say, after a cone. But, again, Miller's got the pace once you're 5 laps in to match Mogart. It's just he's been behind the 8 ball this entire race today.
Well, if anybody's got anything, you better place your bets now, because we are at the home stretch of this one. 5 to go. Mogard still the leader.
Mogard at this point hasn't really made any slip-ups. You can tell just the experience he has on the platform, a long-time racer on the platform. The way he's running these lines, the way he's avoiding the wall, just shows the expertise and also the comfortability with the truck in itself to know where his limitations are, to where he can maximize the speed, but also make sure he doesn't carry the truck straight to the wall and destroy the right fenders. Well, he just destroyed the right side fenders.
I was just about to say, pardon the pun. What were you saying, Justin?
Never mind. Everybody's damaged now.
It's all good, though, because he's getting ready to come out of turn number 4, this time bottom the exits off the bowling back straightaway. And you know what he's looking for. He's looking for the white flag. This race will go caution-free to the demise of everyone else except for Jared Mogard. The white flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go. Mogard, final time at Darlington, virtually into turn 1.
This has been outright domination tonight for Jared Mogard. Yeah, Nick Holzlander keeping the pressure up before he hit the wall and had his magnitude of pit stop issues. Mogard, since then, been on cruise control.
Here he comes, the Tennessee native, sponsored by me, comes to the line at Darlington, and he wins. Jared Mogard dominates here at the track Too Tough to Tame. Bill Miller has not crossed the line yet. We await the second place truck to cross the line. He just did, right there. Third place, 4th, 5th, on back, laps down. And Jared Mogard bounces back after the Holzlander win at Charlotte. Nick Holzlander has a bad night tonight at Darlington, Justin. And Jared Mogard steps right up, comes on in, and takes advantage of the mishap to be the winner here in round 2 of points for the new World of Thunder eSports Truck League presented by Mission 22.
Is, of course, breaking that 2-race winning streak Holzlander had in World Competition. Bogart finally able to break through, though, after so much hype about him. How many times he's been close from Kentucky to Kansas? Finally breaking through tonight on a 1.5 miles. Or rather, on a speedway, you should rather say.
Yeah, what was it? It was Kentucky where he won round 2, correct? I think it was, because...
it was Atkins,
been
actually.
a while since he... Was it... Okay, yeah. Well, here is the results for Jared Mogard. A win, finally. 0-0. Bill Miller will finish second. Everyone else slaps down. And that is the rundown, including Reed Sanders, Brandon McNeil, couple of laps down. Donnie Batiste, 3 laps down, the top 5. Matthew Logan showed promise early but fell back in the end. 14 laps down, as well as Stephen McMillian. Josh Fuller falls back in 8th. Nick Holzlander, what might have been for the Charlotte winner, he now back to 9th, and Kai Schappert did not even start the race. Real quickly, I know we never mentioned it, but we do have to say thanks to Brian Morehouse and Virginia 811 call before you dig with care. No cautions. 7 lead changes amongst 2 drivers there between Holzlander and Mogard before it finally ended up with, again, Jared Mogard, the winner. So there you go. Coming up, post-race wrap-up, we'll grab a word with Mogard, Miller, and Sanders if they're available. Stay with us. Sunday night, done here at Darlington. And it is, again, the driver, Jared Mogard, winning for the World of Thunder eSports League, presented by Mission 22 Truck Series. Here at the Lady in Black, we wrap things up from Darlington next. Welcome back to the virtual Darlington Raceway. The Mission 22 World of Thunder eSports League Truck Series pavement in the books. Second race of the point season. Justin Prince, I'm Wesley Outland. Charles Wooten again on the production for the coverage of LSRTV. We'll grab a word now with third place driver. Well, it did go caution free, but Reed Sanders, digging the number 4 truck. Are you a Detroit Red Wings fan like my colleague Justin Prince? All I got to say is go Canes.
Yes, I am. I've been in hockey for a long time.
Okay.
Myself even.
There you go. Well, I know they had a bad year this year, right?
Yeah, they've had a bad year the last few years, I think.
I don't want to go off subject. We'll get back to the race in a second, but I will tell you the first hockey game I ever went to was game number 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals when the Carolina Hurricanes faced the Detroit Red Wings before they finally won the Stanley Cup over the Toronto Maple Leafs. But I remember literally going to that game on a Saturday night at PNC Arena. It was RBC Center at the time in Raleigh. We stayed there until probably 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. That game went till 3 a.m.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the race, though. Reed, truck's in one piece. The Red Wings truck looked nice going around Darlington, but man, when it's all said and done, you settle for a third place, though. You're taking this race tonight.
Man, I'll take it. I never thought I'd even be that far up. If Nick wouldn't have quit, I probably wouldn't be, but that's how it goes, I guess, huh?
How difficult was the racetrack in turn tonight? Because just about everybody added a Darlington stripe tonight. Jared Morgart waited until the second to last lap just about. How difficult was it for you to get around this circuit?
Man, I haven't run a whole lot of laps here, but it's pretty tough. They say it's tough to tame. It's definitely hard coming out of 2, not to let that truck jump out from under you. That's for sure.
They tell you that you got to drive the top of the racetrack to definitely get that fast speed. What's it like trying to know that you're really, really on the edge of hitting that safer barrier and you try to keep it off the wall there, as you just mentioned?
Boy, I was trying to keep it down low as I could so I didn't hit the wall. I think I ended up just bumping it once or maybe twice, but it wasn't very hard. I tried to. That's probably why I got beat so bad. I can't run the top like them guys.
I got you. Well, buddy, thank your sponsors. Got a podium out of the deal, though. You're third place.
I'll take it for sure.
Got anybody want to thank sponsor-wise? Detroit Red Wings?
No, just the Wings. That's who it's for. So.
We love hockey. We love hockey. We love iRacing. And again, there you go, sir. That gentleman, Mr. Reed Sanders, will finish third. Runner-up for the race, Mr. Bill Miller, the driver, of course, in second. Bill, your take of the race here tonight at Darlington. You'll settle for second. It's just obviously Mogard surviving there at the end when Holzlander had his mishap running out of fuel coming down the pit lane, and that kind of slid you in the catbird seat to P2. What do you think?
That's the only way I got there. Nick and Jared pretty much had the field covered, I believe, and Nick, not sure if he run out of fuel or got a speeding penalty, one or the other. I don't recall, but a tough track, definitely one of the toughest tracks on the circuit. It's got to be. 2 completely different corners makes it even that more interesting.
Interesting thing to mention, though, you were dead even on laps just about with Mogard after 5 laps of a run up until the end of the start of the pit windows throughout the race tonight. What was the major thing? What are some of the major things you think you might need to focus on in the future? Because the pace was there, just not the interval, it seemed.
I seem to be a rhythm driver. I can't jump in and just run a quick lap right away. It takes me a few laps to get into that rhythm, and oftentimes I can hold my own. Certainly not with everybody, but occasionally I get lucky. But yeah, I've always struggled with just hopping in and running a quick lap right away and keeping that up. Takes me a few laps to get going.
Hey, Bill, I want to go off subject here, but stay on subject with Wotel. Obviously, you drive the Mission 22 truck in the series, and you're the man that's behind what is the World of Thunder eSports League Mission 22 truck series. What's your thoughts of the involvement of getting involved with this program, and can you just elaborate more of what Mission 22 is all about?
I'll be quite honest. I've been so busy at work, I haven't had a lot of time to research it. One of our participants, Kai, he had to bail on us tonight, had a emergency, but he brought Mission 22 to us, and I reached out to them, and they were ecstatic to join the program, just to get that awareness out to anybody and everybody. I believe it is has to deal with military personnel and suicide that kind of stuff. So I really apologize. I should know more. I had a a guy that lives here, grew up with, served, and just a few months ago has taken his life. So there are so many things that people are dealing with that we don't know about, and it's a good thing to be aware of and
right.
promote. And we are, extremely happy to be able to help promote that and get as many eyes on that as we can.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you never know what people are going through and dealing with, for sure. Definitely, especially our veterans, and for all of them, again, we do say thank you. And I know April is about to come to a close. It's also National Suicide Awareness Month, and I think it went hand in hand. And having the Mission 22 be on board is not only the race, but also for the title sponsor of the World of Thunder Esports League Pavement Truck Series. So, Bill, before I let you go, thank your sponsors, man, and we'll see you next week.
I got to thank you guys, our participants here in the league. We're trying to drum up some more excitement from new people. Oh, anybody's out there watching and interested, look us up at on Discord, Facebook, World of Thunder Esports League, and we'll point you in the right direction so you can come out and compete with this great group of guys that we have here.
There you go. There's the thoughts of, again, Bill Miller. He'll finish second tonight here at Darlington. So, JMO00, as our producer Charles calls him. Jared Mogard is his real name. Jared, congratulations, man. Welcome to Victory Lane. Winning at Darlington. Taming Darlington, by the way. When Holzlander ran out of fuel, did that just put a big smile on your face?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little happy when that happened. But at the same time, the rest of the race was kind of boring. I was really looking forward to running with them. We felt like we were even. I felt like I got better as the race went on, more so in 3 and 4 to narrow it down. So I was kind of looking forward to seeing if I could hang with them. I don't know, but I definitely wasn't too sad about that.
Yeah, I was about to say, touching upon that experience you have on the iRacing platform, showcased for the high line, you proceed to hit the wall in the next corner after it made the point. But how was that truck feeling throughout the night to be able to not only hold off Holzlander before things fell apart there, but also to maintain and grow the gap you had to lap all but one other driver?
Yeah, I felt really comfortable in 1 and 2. Once I figured it out, for me anyway, I had to really let off about 3/4 through the corner of 2 to get it to turn down and not kill the wall on exit. And then 3 and 4, we don't race here a lot. I mean, when official stuff is here, I'll run a race or two, but don't really have a lot of experience here. So I've always struggled in 3 and 4, and I tried doing what Nick was doing there in practice and in qualifying, and I could hit it, but I didn't feel comfortable, and I felt like, it was just a fine line of getting in there too hard and hitting the wall. And then, I kind of moved up about, halfway through the race or so, and started entering a high and just backing that corner up and rolling it until about the center. And, I kind of was able to rip it that way. So, having the lead after Nick's ordeal there, you can take it a little bit, you can take it a lot easier, obviously, with the way the gap was. But, that helped the tire wear as well, and it made it a little bit easier to keep it out of the wall. I tried hustling it there the last 10 laps, and then I figured I might as well be like everybody else and get it into the wall, and figured we better just back it down and get to the end.
Jared, I got a question for you, brother. Where are the trucks at, man? Where's the competitors? Are the guys too scared to run on the pavement? What's going on?
I think everybody's scared of getting beat by a guy in a wheelchair. I don't know. No. I don't know, man. Bill and them, they're trying. It's new to them too. They got a really great dirt following. I mean, everybody knows that. And they got a really strong field of dirt guys. So hopefully the asphalt guys are watching and they start to come, as the year goes on, because if they can get just even as half a good asphalt field as they do dirt, it's going to put on a hell of a show everywhere.
Justin, you got another question for our buddy Jared Mogard, the winner tonight?
I think he really answered a lot of what was going to the mind after all. He lapped all but one driver.
That's exactly right. All right, Jared, before I let you go, man, thank all your sponsors, me.
I just got to thank TDS Internet, iBuy Power Computers, Asus Monitors, Twitchy Race Reports, everybody at Mission 22 for coming on board. Appreciate them being a title sponsor, Bill and everybody. I know they're working their butt off to try and get more guys here, and hopefully there's some people watching. And, even if you're watching another league, mention it to them guys, and let's get some more drivers here. It'd be really, really fun to have about 15, 20 or more guys racing every week. You guys as well for doing the broadcast, sticking it out here with us, and hopefully we get a good field. And we might have to talk about your hockey picks, but you know what? We'll let it slide because my Minnesota Wild are done. So we'll let it slide for now.
The Hurricanes are still alive, but they barely won in Game 6 on New York the other night. But we'll see what goes on to the regionals. So
yeah, I know. I had to keep telling myself don't look at the TV because I'm watching the Boston game right now. So I could have blamed that as to why I got into the fence, but I didn't. But just on to next week. Hopefully everybody enjoyed, and hopefully we get a few more guys next week.
On to Pocono. Jared, I hope you heard my Talladega Nights reenactment version of you for me. Okay.
I did. Yeah. I was bored. I was bored. I was bored one weekend, and I didn't know what to put on the hood. I put that on the hood. Everybody seems to have fun with it, so we'll just leave it at that.
It's all good, brother. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, JMO00, as Charles Wooden calls him, our producer. It's Jared Mogart, the Tennessee native, and again, he picks up the win here tonight at Darlington. Justin, we're going to wrap it up real quick.
Minnesota, come on.
Minnesota. What do I say?
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. Minnesota. It's Minnesota. Justin, real quickly, brother, we'll wrap her up and get out of here, man. You're taking this race at Darlington. We got a Pocono next week, and we need more trucks.
Well, Jared Mogart definitely dominated this race, especially after the mistakes of Hostlander. Take advantage of that and just about run away from the rest of the entire field. Pocono's the bigger question mark. I think our drivers fairer out there. After all, it's Pocono. It's a tricky triangle.
For Justin Prince and Charles Wooden, producer, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in from Darlington Wotail Truck Series. We'll see you tomorrow night at Knoxville for the